So today we are going to be taking a look at how I built my personal bot that knows me just like a childhood friend would, can hold any conversation with me, and is very smart enough to remind me of any notification I told it to remind me about. Just take a look at how this bot operates and how it replies me and how it works generally. As you could see in the video, I just showed a demo of how I held a practical conversation with my bot, and I also show one of its features by telling it to remind me of something in the next 2 minutes, and of which it delivered, and it reminded me with a message notification. And we are going to be looking at how I built this entire thing, and you can build one for yourself as well. Let's dive into this. So in this video, we're going to be making use of make.com, just like the last one, Supabase, Jina AI for the embedding, and Groq for the LLM. And first of all, we are going to head over to Telegram. We're going to create a new bot because our personal companion will be running majorly on Telegram. And we're going to look for bot father. You can just search for bot father in the search, and it's going to show you. Then you create a new bot just by the prompt /new bot. You're going to see the prompt there, and you can just send it. It will ask you the name of your bot. You can just add anything that you want, and then you create your new bot there. After everything is filled in, Telegram is going to give you your bot details. Then you can have the link to your bot where you can write your bot on Telegram, and you also have the token, and we need that particularly for this video. So we are going to copy the token aside. You can put it in a Google Docs. So coming back, we are going to search Google Docs, and you can click on a blank document so you can open a fresh page. Then I'm going to paste in the tokens. This is my bot Telegram token. Basically, the next thing is to get your Telegram chat ID, and you can easily get that just by heading over to Telegram, and you are going to search for user bots or user info, and when you search for that, you are going to see your Telegram details, and your chat ID will be included in that. Next step will be to prepare our database. So we'll be opening Supabase. If you don't have an account, you can just create an account. I already have an account, so I'm just going to head over to my dashboard, and yeah, I'll just create a new project, and you can skip the GitHub option. You're going to name your project. You give it a name, any name of your choice. For me, I pick personal assistant, AI, or personal assistant. And password, I can just put my previous password, but you have to just put a password that you remember. For your region, you can put a region that is very close to you. For me, the region closer to me is Frankfurt, Germany, and you create. We've successfully created our project, Yeah, this is the dashboard. Then we're going to head over to SQL editor because we're going to be adding some code that I have in my playbook. I've prepared them. We're going to create an extension. This is basically just to enlarge the database. And we're going to be running this, and we also have to create some tables for the storage of the bot's memory because you have to create memories. This is a table for memories where the bot is going to store any new memory that it receives, and also we have the table for reminders where the bots are going to store reminders so that it's going to remind you at the due time or due date. And we also have the table for conversations that records all conversation. So we are done with the script, and you can see we have our tables ready: conversation, memories, and reminders. They are all ready, although still empty because we haven't done anything yet, but they are all ready to be tested and to be used by our bots. So we are heading over to API key, and we are going to be copying this secret key there. That's the service row key. That's the only key we need there. I will be keeping it also in our doc. The Supabase secret service key or secret service row key. Perfect. We are done with the setting up of the Supabase. We can close that right now. And next step is to get our LLM API key, Groq. We are using Groq because it's very good and it's free. For this version, we'll be using Groq 3. We're going to be creating an API key. If you don't have an account, you can just create an account. It's very easy to create an account, and you create your API key and you verify. Mind you, it's only going to show you the API key once. So when you copy, you have to keep in a safe place, or else you lose it. You have to create another one because it won't show you that key again, just for security reasons. We have our Groq key already. Next one is Jina AI. We need their API keys as well. That's for embedding. And you can just create an account here and copy a key. They have a lot of free credits, so you don't have to bother about that. I'll just copy my own key and save it as well in the book. So we have all the materials needed, all the tools needed in terms of API and keys. So we're going to head over to the main platform where we'll be constructing the entirety of the bot. If you don't have an account as well, you can sign up for this. But I already have an account, so I'm just going to sign in. Once you sign in, this is where you're going to land the make dashboard. And you can just head over to that create scenario, and you'll be creating a new scenario. Yeah, we are starting from scratch. Here we rename the scenario to whatever you want, but I name my personal companion. So we are starting over with Telegram module, and we're going to be watching for updates so that whenever anybody texts the bot, this is the first thing that is going to run, is watching for a message, anything at all. And you're going to be making the connections. You can name it anything you want. And there you'll be putting the Telegram token that we copied already. You see your Telegram token, it will be yours. So you just copy and paste it there and save it. And yeah, we are done. You can save it as well. And let's try and run it. Perfect, it works. We're going to be adding another module. This is an HTTP. We're going to be getting the authentication is no authentication type. And for this URL, we didn't copy that from the Supabase. So you have to go back to your Supabase and go back to your project, inside your project, to copy the project URL, because that's what we need there. You can see that the link on top has the project URL. That's your project URL, just where that stop. But I already have a sample here. Yeah, this is the sample, but this is a different URL for another project, so I'm just going to adjust it, copy that and put it there as well. So yeah, it's complete now. Coming to the URL, you can just put that in. But for this particular module, we have to get into the REST and the V1 as well. So see, this is the complete full URL that we're going to use for this. And after that, the method, it's a post method, so I'm going to be changing it to post. And we're going to be using 4 headers. We're going to be starting with the API key. Then for the value, we are going to be copying the token, like the secret service of the Supabase, the secret service key. Yeah, let's rename this to save users message, just as it is. Yeah, save users message. That's what this module does. The next header is the authorization. We're going to be using the same key, but this time around we're going to be using bearer at the front. Copying the same key and pasting it immediately after the bearer. Then the next header, which is content type. And the value is application or JSON. You can just write that in lowercase. The last one is prefer, return equals to minimal. And that's all for headers. We're going to describe the body type JSON. For body contents, I have the line of code already. You can just copy that and paste it. And oh, there's an error. We have to make sure it's a colored pin. Now we're going to put in the proper stuff from the message you're looking from ID. Yeah, that's the ID of the person, of the user. And for the message, we put in the text. Now we save that module. Yeah, we run it. It works perfectly, no errors. Heading over to the next module, we are going to also use an HTTP, making a request. But first we have to rename this. Yeah, so this is going to fetch our chat history. So immediately the first one is to watch for user message, second one is to save that message, then the third one is to fetch chat history. As well, we've got into the URL again. We're going to copy the URL. I have a URL sample the prompt already, but since it's containing the wrong URL, I have to correct it. So I'll just copy that first. Paste. Then we edit that to our URL. And we also put that since the color is black, showing that it's wrong. And we're going to look for the right thing, which is also the ID from the Telegram message ID. Yeah. And for the headers, we just have 3 headers. Same with the first one, aside we are not going to add the prefer this time around. So we can just copy this key, new header, authorization, bearer. Then we paste same key. Then the third one is going to be content type. Let's test this. Test run it. I'm going to send a message to the Telegram, and yeah, everything goes fine without error. We're going over to the next module, also an HTTP, making a request, and we rename it as well. This time around, after fetching, is going to embed the user's message, and that's where we are going to be calling our Jina AI to embed it. Let's call it with our database. So the URL will be for Jina AI this time around. This is going to be post, and for the headers, we just have 2 headers. This is an authorization, content type. For the value, we're going to be putting the key of the Jina. Our API key that we copy for Jina AI, we're going to go down and copy that key. That's what we are going to be using.
for the content type as well, application for JSON in lowercase. For the body content, you can just pick application, JSON strings. For the body content, I also have that already. We're going to copy that, so it's going to, there's an issue, I'm going to correct that and put in the real text. This is this chart and the text. Yeah, the text is down. We'll add that, and that is that. You can save it. Next module is also an HTTP, making a request. As well, going to rename this time around. Searching for memories. No authentication as well. All the HTTP, don't have to authenticate anything. For the URL, I already have that covered, except we just have to edit that to fit into our project. And as you can see, the first one watches the bot. Then when you text an hello, it's going to save your message, and it's going to fetch any chat history if you have one, like maybe you were speaking with the bot before, so it gets the full context of what is happening, and it's going to embed your message to the database. Then it's going to search memories in case the memories will be needed for context. So I just test run it, and everything is working perfectly. So we're going to add this search memories. We are not yet done yet. I'll copy that and edit our URL. Then for the method, I'm also going to be using post as well, because we are making a post request. Three headers just like before, API key, that will be for the Supabase. The authorization, bearer, then the key. And the last one is content type. Same thing, application or JSON. And for the body content type, I have the body content already. I'll fetch that. Put it here right below. We have to edit all this, the data embedding, add it from there. You can see data open, embedding. Yeah, we just add it. And for the chat ID, we're going to delete that as well. Then go over to Telegram and look for our chat ID as well and add it here. Good to go. You can save it like that. Then we'll just run this and see. I'll text it. Yeah, it's embedding, and searching memory is fully embedded. Going over to the next module, it's also an HTTP, making a request. This time we are calling in our LLM, and we are connecting to our LLM. That's to Groq. No authentication. And for the URL of Groq, is quite different. You have to get the URL of Groq. I already have it here, so I'll just copy that and paste it here as well. Then for the method, is a post, not get. And headers, we're going to add 2 headers. This time we are not going to be using the API key of the Supabase, but of Groq. Authorization. Then we add the bearer. Then after that, we're using the key for Groq. We have that. We copy that and paste that there. Then the second header is just the content type as well, and it's just same as others. Application. And for body content type, here we are going to have our super master prompt. This is a prompt that it is the heart of the whole bot. It controls the entire bot operation, and you can make yours more smarter with a better prompt. But for the sake of this video, this is what I'm going to be using. And we paste in that, then we look for the bad pills and fix it up. Here, first of all, this we're going to fix in that's first name. I'm going to cancel that and go to Telegram, where we can find the information about the user, their first name. This is also first name as well. Cancel that and add that as well. The next one, that's number 7. Data from recent conversations. So that will be in search history, if I'm not wrong. We'll go over to fetch search chat history and pick the data, just the entire data. Yeah. Next one is memories. Go over to memories as well and pick the data. We can clear that part. And the last one, message or text. This will be in Telegram. We go over to the Telegram down to pick the text view. Yeah, and we are good to go. We can save this. Let's test if our bot is connecting. Waiting for new data while I send the bot a message. Alright, everything is going smoothly so far. Yeah, and it connected successfully. We are good to go. Going to go over to the next module. This is going to be a JSON parser. pass JSON. Now for the structure, we'll be adding a new one, and just add a new one and name it whatever you want. So you have to click that generate, then you're going to put piece of code I've already prepared just to create the structure. I'm going to paste in there and click generate. So it has generated the structure. You can just save it, and in the JSON strings you just have to take from the LLM the content, save that. Let's test run it, and yeah, everything is going done. So let's check that. I'm moving over to the next module, and for that you are going to be adding a router this time around. Adding a router, and there we are going to add a Telegram bot. Yeah, this time it's going to send a text message or a reply, and then we can just put in our previous connection. Then for the chat ID, and for the text, that will be the reply. Then we save that. We are adding a new module before we test, and that is to save. We are adding the HTTP as well. Rename it to save the bot reply. So it's not only your reply is going to save, it's also going to save its own reply as well. So it knows what it replied you, and it has more context on conversations. That's the URL we're going to use. I'm going to edit that to our URL. Method is post. For the headers as well, API key. Authorization. Also the content type. And lastly, once again, a prefer. Been long since we added this, but we are going to add it here. The only thing left to add is the body content. Yeah, we'll fix that because for the message, we're going to use this from the pass And that's all. We're going to save this here. Perfect. We are going to test run the whole flow. Run once, then I'm going to send the bot a message. Everything's working perfectly and without any flaws. So this is where I'll be ending things for now, and in the second build I'll be completing the entire build, where you're going to see exactly how the bot works and how it embeds into the database, how it saves conversations, memories, and even reminders. We're going to be building also the reminder agent that reminds you of anything you want to do and keeps your conversation flow just natural and saves memories without you even realizing it. And if you stay to the second build, if you stay to the end of the video, I'll be dropping the full file of these bots where you can just download it and configure it just to your personal need. You don't have to build anything. I'll wait for you to then.